Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, where today we are going to be continuing a fan favorite series here on the channel, and especially in the world of anime and DC comics. That being Date Alive, Flash in Time. What if Shido was the Flash? Season 3, Part 1. First and foremost, as a little bit of an update, no, we are still going to be continuing the Wonder Woman Dragon Ball series, but the final 3 parts are going to be moved to the afternoon, and I'm going to be spreading them out throughout this week. So we're going to continue tomorrow afternoon, then we'll continue on with Wednesday, and then we'll conclude on Thursday. But I'm just spreading it out to kind of give myself a little bit of a break while I'm doing this series as well. Also, for the One Piece Aquaman series, the second half of season 2, we're going to resume that next week, and then afterwards I am going to be going on a week break just to give myself a little bit of a cool down, because after that we're going to get right back into it. We're going to be doing a lot of series that have been delayed over the summer, along with the anime Marvel series with the Fallout Saga Part 2, The Defenders Road to Shibuya. So we got a lot to get into with the fall, but we're at the closing stretch of anime DC comics. So we're going to be getting into Date Alive, Flash in Time, What if Shido was the Flash, Season 3, Part 1. But without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. My name is Shido Itsuka, and I am the fastest man alive. But I'm pretty sure you know about my story. At least some of you do. Though it doesn't go quite how you think. You could say that it all began 30 years ago, when an event known as a spatial quake shook the foundation of my world. Female beings called spirits began to emerge, and with them, catastrophes. Millions of lives lost in the process. Since then, we've prepared. Humanity has come with many ways of countering the spirits. Some a little more hostile than others. For me, I was an average teen living in Japan. And, unfortunately enough, I found myself caught in the middle of a spatial quake in the making. And that's when I met her. Of course, you know her as Toka, but at the time, she was the spirit who, in the midst of battle, accidentally ran her sword through my back. And as fate would have it, I would be struck by lightning in that moment. This concoction of situation gave me otherworldly powers, with the ability to run at hyper speeds, to move faster than light. As such, I joined with my sister, Kotori, at Ratazker, and since then, we've been able to save many of the spirits from a fate of death. Among them, Toka, Yoshino, accompanied by her hand puppet Yoshinon, Kaguya, Yuruzu, the Yamai twins, Miku. All of them have been saved, given a second chance. Of course, I can't do it alone. At Ratazker, there are many unique men and women who serve alongside my sister in the fight of saving the spirits. Among them, Miss Reina, as well as Dr. Wells, founder of Star Labs, and his assistant, Cisco Ramon. Together, we make up the unique fighting force of Ratazker, an organization created for saving the spirits from destruction from other various anti-spirit organizations, such as the AST, as well as DEM. Of course, it hasn't always been easy, as there are other people in the world who have been affected by the presence of the spirits, and have even inherited some of their power. Some choose to use it for good, others for evil. Some for revenge, and then there are a few that just want to watch the world burn. But for me, I stand on the edge of all of it, because it is my job to protect this world and the spirits. It's not easy, But someone's got to do it, right? Our story begins as Shido was enjoying a home-cooked meal, to say the least. The girls all wanted to show their appreciation for Shido, so they wanted to create their own stew, a hot pot made of all of their favorite foods, and everyone gave a little bit to the banquet, although what came out could be described as anything but savory. Still, for Shido, even if the food wasn't always up to snuff, he enjoyed being around the people that he cared about most. Each one of these girls had their own story, their own background, for being as they were. Of course, to the world, they were dangerous spirits, but to Shido, they were just girls, no different than anyone else. Of course, being the Flash had its advantages. As being one of the fastest people on Earth, it gave you the unique ability of being everywhere you needed to be, and with a little bit of the hassle. There was never a worry about getting somewhere or getting from somewhere, although even for the great Shido, despite somehow being the fastest man in the room, he always found himself getting tripped up by something. And of course, there were also other issues that Shido had to deal with. For one, there was the AST, an organization created specifically to killing and hunting down the spirits. Among their ranks, a fellow classmate, Origami Tobiichi. Origami made it very clear her feelings towards Shido, even if they found themselves at odds. And for the AST, well, they were at their wits' end. So what exactly are we supposed to make of this Flash? One of the girls of the AST would ask their commander. He always seems to be where the spirits are. It makes capturing and exterminating them a big liability. He's been on our radar for a while now, but he's not actually acting as our enemy. At least from what our resources say, he goes about saving a lot of innocent civilians. That may be, but what exactly is he doing with these spirits? He's not trying to kill them like we are, and he prevents us from doing so. Also, we are founded by the government of Japan. It's not a good look if one person is seemingly taking us out of doing our job. So what exactly are we supposed to do with him? I mean, he hasn't broken any law besides obstruction of justice, and even then that could be questioned. Well, the only thing we can do is try to bring him in, figure out what he's really up to, and see if he's friend or foe. And what if we can't? There is no can't with the AST, soldier. As of now, the Flash has become a high priority for the AST. If we see him, he is to be apprehended and brought in immediately. And besides, the commander thought to herself, the last thing we need is him falling into the ranks of DEM. Another organization, although not as admirable as the AST, though they did share a common goal. And then there was someone else, a second speedster. There was little known about him. He was only designated as the Man in Yellow, someone who could pose a threat to them and even the Flash. In the meantime, with Shido and the girls, as they were enjoying their dinner, the alarm for the spatial quake would go off, and for Kotori, she knew what that meant. She looked at Shido with a grin as she popped another lollipop out of its wrapper and into her mouth. Well, well, Scarlet Speedster, you know what that means. It's time for us to begin our date. For Shido, one of the benefits that came to being the Flash is that he had the unique advantage of getting to any of the potential spatial quake areas before anyone else could interfere. For a tasker, this was a vital asset in their fight against the other organizations, because they didn't have to waste time with fighting just to get there. No, with Shido, they had the benefit of getting on the jump of things. As he arrived, the area in question was an abandoned park, an area where an old spatial quake had occurred. Thankfully, the rebuilt districts were far enough from the original site, so it hadn't been kept intact for a while. Except not from what Shido was seeing. And from what everyone else could see through the cameras, it looked like the place had started to be rebuilt. It was an old amusement park. It was supposed to be worn down, tattered, with marks of explosion and destruction, but outside of the eerie silence, it seemed relatively built, as if someone had been keeping it up. "Stay on guard, Shido," Kotori would say. "According to our scanners, the spatial quake's energy is still reverberating in the area. So what does that mean? The spirit's not too far off?" "Not at all." My. Mostly people keep away from this area. So what are you doing here, my scarlet friend?" Shido turned to see who had said it, and he saw that there was a girl. Well, a much older girl, to say the least. She had long green hair, and she appeared to be dressed like a witch. As she flew down on a broomstick, she definitely towered over Shido, although that might have been because of the heels. All the same, if not for his suit, Shido had turned bright red, as this was a whole different beast. Cisco Ramon was in the command center with Kotori and the others, as he was brought along to be one of the analysts when it came to forming dates with the spirits. They figured that a young man would be good in this field of expertise. And for Cisco, he definitely had a few recommendations in mind. "Oh, sweet mother of MILF." "What?" Kotori would say. "Well, not MILF necessarily, but we're dealing with something of a whole different beast. Yeah, we're not talking about cute princesses or cute sisters or sweet and cute lovable twins. No. We're talking about big dommy mommy energy." "What?" one of the crewmates would ask. "It's Dom Mom energy. Come on. Haven't any of you guys ever wanted to feel the tantalizing sensations of being with a woman that's older than you? All of that experience, all of that charm. A woman that can have the pick of the litter, and yet she sets her sights upon someone like you. Someone so young, someone so... I don't mean to burst your bubble, kid, but that sounds like something that'll get you 5 to 10 in a maximum security prison." "Oh, please, I'm not talking about anything like that. I mean, I'm just saying that when it comes to guys, especially guys me and Shido's age, it's always been on our minds to think about a girl that's just a little bit older, maybe 2 or 3 years, and that's clearly what we're dealing with right now. A girl that's been around the way, a girl that knows a thing or two, a girl that wants to take charge and she's not afraid to do so." "Yeah, okay," Kotori said, "but how exactly are we supposed to approach this situation?" "A girl like her is going to want to be dominant, in charge," Cisco said. "So, I think we should go with the young and naive approach. I say we go with option B." "Option B? It's not a bad choice, but no one wanted to pick option C," Kotori would say. C seems to be a little bit too much for a situation like this. Yeah, there's no point in trying to fight fire with fire. Right now, she's the big flame, and Shido's gotta be the water that kind of cools her off." "All right, then, we'll go with that approach. Shido, we're going with option B." Right. Who, who am I?" the girl said. "You can call me Natsumi. Natsumi, the trickster." "The trickster? Well, who doesn't like a good trick? And if you're a good boy, I'll make sure you have a nice, savory treat." Okay. Well, my name's, The Flash. Well, so we're using made-up names now. Very well, then. You can just call me Trickster, if you don't want to give me your real name. Well, I mean, I'm a superhero, so it's kind of like a superhero. So, that's what the red tights are for? Gotta say, you look rather spiffy. Did your mommy make you that uniform? I, I, no. Um, my, sister made it. Oh, so, big sis or little sis? Little sis. I see. So you're the big brother. Always in charge, huh? But tell me, have you ever had someone be on top? On top, on top, on top, on top, on top. No, I'm, I'm trying to, what's the matter? Cat got your tongue flash? I, um, I'm just, I'm trying to help. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help. Help with what? Before Shido had a chance to answer, they saw that the AST were high in the sky. That window of opportunity Shido had now passed them, and the AST were looking to attack. Natsumi looked annoyed more than anything else. This wasn't her first time engaging with the AST, although they were always amusing for at least a short while. For Shido, this turned into the same old, trying to fight off the AST while not letting them harm the spirit while the spirit was looking for all the smoke. And it went about as well as you could imagine, although Natsumi definitely had a unique power set as she turned the armor of the AST into teddy bear costumes as the girls fell down with a pluff. It's safe to say it was a rather embarrassing day in the office, as Natsumi would then turn to Shido, now angered. You saw it, didn't you? Saw what? Don't lie. You saw it. It was only for a moment, but I know you saw it. There's no way you couldn't have. Saw what? I didn't see. I won't let this insolence slide. Flash. You wanted an enemy. Well, now you've got it. You've earned yourself the ire of Natsumi the trickster. And I'll make sure you suffer for it. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Natsumi would then hop onto her broom and fly away. Shido was preparing to run after her, but he still had something else to take care of. Safe to say, this was not how they expected things to go, but it could have been worse. The next day, Shido would arrive to school. Of course, what Shido wasn't expecting was for a group of girls to meet him at the doorway of his classroom, and they did not look pleased. Shido, you creep! Yeah, how could you do what you did to us? That's so lame. Huh? What are you? Don't play dumb. We know what you were doing, Mr. Peeping Tom. Yeah, Peeping Tom. So lame, Creeping Tom. What the? I'm not a creep or a peep. What is going on? Really? First, you do those scandalous things to us. Then, what you did to Toka. Yeah. How could you do that to her? And what you did to Kaguya and Yuruzu. You said that they were going to have a wet t-shirt contest. And then you soaked them. It's so lame. Huh? Hold on. I didn't do anything like this. I just showed up and Shido. Huh? Toka. How? Why would you? I mean, if you were gonna do something like that, you could have at least warned me first. Huh? And Shido! Huh? Kaguya? Shido. Really? Look at us! We're soaking wet! You know what this means, right? Clarification. It means we're going to get revenge, Yuzuru would say. But I didn't do anything, I promise, and origami. Yes. Good morning, Shido. Oh, don't tell me. Did I do something salacious and inappropriate with you as well? No, you didn't do anything at all. Shido wanted to breathe a sigh of relief, but then Origami opened up her shirt and put Shido's hands right in there. And Shido felt it all. Every single... Wait, she's not wearing a bra, and... Oh, God! It's okay, Shido. I want you to. If you feel comfortable enough to do it with everyone else, then do it with me. I'll let you do anything, Shido. Anything at all. I don't care. As long as it's you, I can handle it. I want you to push me against the wall. I want you to feel all over me. Whisper sweet things into my ear while you lift my skirt, and then you just, hey, okay, we get, no, no, I am not, but you know what, I think I hear Kotori calling. Huh? Kotori doesn't even go to the school and just, I gotta say goodbye. Shido ran out of the classroom as the mob was slowly starting to form. He wasn't sure what the hell was going on, but he quickly got his answer as he turned the corner and saw another Shido. I'm your twin brother from far, far away? Shido would immediately speed blitz the fake Shido all the way up to the roof of the school. Yeah! Damn, that's a pesky little power of yours. Always gotta be the fastest one in the room, huh? What the hell is going on? Who are you? And why are you pretending to be me? I know for a fact that I don't have a twin. At least, I hope not. I told you what was going to happen. Told me what? I told you I was going to get my revenge. And now, it's going to come to fruition. I've already sullied your reputation. But maybe this won't be such a bad thing. We can actually see how far we can take it. Wouldn't you like to see that, Shido? That voice. Natsumi? Is that you? The one and only. Natsumi the trickster. At your service. Not long after, both Origami and Toka would follow Shido up to the roof of the school. Unlike in the original timeline, Shido was able to easily defer who was the real Shido, simply because he actually had speed powers and the fake Shido didn't. Although, even if Shido hadn't used his powers, Origami and Toka could tell easily. For Toka, she had a keen sense of smell, and for Origami, she always noticed everything about Shido. So much so that even if his posture and his blinking was off by what would have only been a few seconds or a few little inches, it was more than enough for her to tell the difference. They watched as the fake Shido would transform into the spirit witch, Natsumi the trickster. Don't think this is over, Shido. We're only just getting started. You and I are enemies. And I want you to indulge me in a game. A game? What kind of game? Oh, you'll see. Later on that evening, as Shido was back at home resting on the couch, Kotori would jump on him in surprise as she landed on his gut. Oh, Kotori! The fastest man alive, and you didn't see that coming? What am I supposed to assume? That my little sister is gonna go feet first into my stomach? Oh, quit being such a baby. Besides, this is all your fault. You didn't charm that spirit, and now she thinks you're her enemy. And also, we got this. I made sure that there was nothing wrong with it, so you're free to open it up. What the? A letter? Dear Shido, let's play a game. Just me and you. Among the 12, can you guess who? Associates and family, loved ones and friends. I hide amongst them. Can you guess who I am? Also, P.S. Pie to the face? Oh! Suddenly, the letter in question poofed and transformed into a pie. A pie that slammed itself right into Shido's face. Kotori would lick some of it up. Boysenberry. Can't say she doesn't have good taste. And now I've got pie in my face, Shido would say. But what did she even mean by that? You're feeling with a spirit that's a trickster, and likes to pretend to be other people. And she sent a letter with 12 different photos of people that you know. It means she's going to be impersonating them, and we have to figure out who's the real one. It could be any one of us, Shido. She could even impersonate me. But what does she want? Shido would ask. I don't know. But I know one thing. It's never good to make an enemy of a spirit, Shido. Whatever she's after, we need to figure it out and fast. Because who knows what she'll do to any of our friends. For Shido, it was time to get serious. And to figure out who among them was the impostor. This concludes Date Alive, Flash in Time. What if Shido was the Flash? Season 3, Part 1. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that's to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned tomorrow as we continue with Date Alive, Flash in Time. What if Shido was the Flash? Season 3, Part 2. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.